After learning 4 main types of chemical reactions, I welcome you to learn 2 more processes called as oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation and reduction reactions. From the name, you can understand the meaning of oxidation and reduction. In oxidation reaction, oxygen is added. Oxygen is added, whereas in reduction reaction, the opposite of oxidation occurs. There is removal of oxygen. I'll have to add more into that. Before that, we will see the reaction. Let us consider the reaction between carbon and oxygen. C plus O2 gives CO2. Now, as you can see in this reaction, oxygen is added to carbon and so we get carbon dioxide, CO2 gas. In this reaction, oxygen is added, so the reaction is called as oxidation. Carbon gets oxygen and you get the product as carbon dioxide. So this is an example where oxygen is gained. When oxygen is gained in a chemical reaction, it is oxidation. Let's take another example. Magnesium plus oxygen gives MgO. Now this is already an example of combination reaction. Along with a chemical reaction, there are one or more chemical reaction which takes place. And which is the other reaction, which is the other process that is happening along with combination is oxidation. Magnesium is getting oxidized to magnesium oxide. Magnesium gets oxygen and you get magnesium oxide. Let us balance it. Oxygen, magnesium 1, oxygen 2, here oxygen 1. So here we'll put a 2. Now magnesium is disturbed, so here we'll put a 2. Magnesium 2, oxygen 2, oxygen 2. So here both these are examples of oxidation reaction. Explained oxidation reaction as gaining of oxygen. Now it can also be explained as, consider the example, magnesium hydride gives magnesium plus hydrogen gas, H2 gas. Now here there is no oxygen involved. What is happening in this reaction is magnesium hydride loses its hydrogen to get converted into magnesium and hydrogen gas. Magnesium hydride is undergoing oxidation here. Oxidation has another explanation also. The reaction in which hydrogen is removed, hydrogen is lost, is called as oxidation reaction. So now you got 2 definitions for oxidation reaction. Reaction in which oxygen is gained and hydrogen is lost. These both form oxidation reaction. Example of ethane, CH3CH3. CH3CH3 is the formula for ethane. Ethane undergoes oxidation to give CH2 double bond CH2. H2 double bond CH2. Now here ethane loses hydrogen. Here it had 6 hydrogen, whereas on the product you will see only 2 plus 2, 4 hydrogen. So the reaction in which reactant gains oxygen is called as oxidation, or there is loss of hydrogen. Now how will you explain reduction? Just put the opposite. The reaction in which oxygen is lost and hydrogen is gained. Just opposite of reduction. You remember oxidation reaction examples and definition. You can frame the definition of reduction on the basis of that. The chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with hydrogen or loses oxygen to form the product is called reduction reaction. Just opposite of oxidation. What was oxidation? The chemical reaction in which a reactant combines with oxygen or loses hydrogen. Combines with oxygen, oxidation. O means oxygen gain. Combines with oxygen, loses hydrogen. Here what is happening? Combines with hydrogen, loses oxygen. To form the product is called oxidation, or in the other case, when oxygen is lost, it is reduction. Now there are some chemicals which brings about oxidation, which gives oxygen so that the reaction can take place. Such chemical substances which gives oxygen for the oxidation reaction to take place are called as oxidizing agents. Best example is, consider the reaction of ethyl alcohol, CH3CH2OH. Now children will be learning about methane, ethane and all in our chapter carbon and carbon compounds. For the time being, you by heart this formula. Ethyl alcohol, when it is made to react with K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate, in the presence of an acid, and that acid is sulfuric acid, H2SO4. I repeat, when ethyl alcohol is made to react with acidified potassium dichromate. Acidified potassium dichromate means potassium dichromate in acid. Now here in this case we are taking sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Now when we use this, you can see in this reaction there are a lot of oxygen, no? Oxygen O7, 7 atoms here, and here we have 4 atoms. Now because of this oxidizing agent, okay, this is an oxidizing agent which gives oxygen for the reaction to take place. It makes oxygen available for oxidation of ethyl alcohol. So what will happen is lot of nascent oxygen. Nascent oxygen means oxygen in its pure form, in its most reactive form. So nascent oxygen is written in this bracket. It's not oxygen gas, it is the oxygen in its most reactant form. So the acidified potassium dichromate makes oxygen available for oxidation of ethyl alcohol. And what you get is ethyl alcohol, and ethyl alcohol getting converted to an acid, and is CH3COOH. Name of this acid is acetic acid. Acetic acid. So this is a very important reaction. You can expect the question as, how will you convert an alcohol to acid? How will you convert an alcohol to acid? An alcohol undergoes oxidation in the presence of acidified potassium dichromate to give acetic acid. So the main ingredient that is required is, like, so without salt it doesn't give taste to the curry. Same way, the main ingredient is this one, potassium dichromate in the presence of sulfuric acid, acidified form. Because of this, there is oxygen available for oxidation of ethyl alcohol. What is the formula of ethyl alcohol? CH3CH2OH gives CH3COOH, acetic acid. So after learning the definition of oxidation and reduction, now you have to learn the definition of oxidants or oxidants. Oxidants or oxidizing agents. What do you mean by oxidants or oxidizing agents? Oxidants or oxidizing agents are the chemical substances which brings about oxidation by making the oxygen available. Oxidants are chemical substances which bring about an oxidation reaction by making oxygen available. Here this is oxidizing agent which is giving us oxygen in the form of nascent oxygen. Now let us learn what is happening when potassium dichromate reacts with sulfuric acid. How you are getting this nascent oxygen? Let's go ahead. K2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4 gives, the products I'll write it down, gives K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 thrice, potassium sulfate, chromium sulfate, water molecules, and we have nascent oxygen. So I have written it down because I don't have space here. Okay, so potassium dichromate, when it reacts with sulfuric acid, you get K2SO4 plus Cr2SO4 thrice plus H2O and lot of oxygen, which is in the form of the most reactant form of oxygen. We call it as nascent oxygen, NaCENT. So actually this whole reaction is taking place when you add potassium dichromate to sulfuric acid. Or now let us balance this chemical reaction. Many of you had doubt in balancing. So that also we will do here. According to the balancing rule, what trick I told you, first metals. So let us first talk about metal. Potassium 2, here also potassium 2. Okay. Chromium, here we have 2, whereas here we have 2. Correct, no? So that is also balanced. Then we have, after metals, non-metals. Non-metals, let us talk about S, sulfur. Here you have 1, here you have 1, and here you have 3 plus 1, 4. So here 1 sulfur, correct, no? Sulfur here is 1, and here you have sulfur, total 1 plus 3, 4. So I'll put a 4 here. I'll put a 4 here. Now again we'll have to restart. Now we have to restart it again. Let's see. K2 balanced. Chromium Cr2 balanced. Then non-metal will start. Sulfur we have 4 here. We have 3 plus 1, 4. Sulfur, okay. After that we will go to oxygen. Oxygen, here let us count 7, and here you have 4 4s are 16. 7 plus 16 equal to 23. Whereas this side, how many oxygen go slow? 4 plus 4 3s are 12 plus 1 here and 1 here. That is 16, 17, 18 we have. How much we want? 23 we want. Okay. So how will we balance it? What we will do? Let us try. We will not touch complicated formula compounds as I told you before. We have here 16, 17, 18. 18 only we have. So if I put a 4 here, 18 plus 4 will become 22. Now let us check once again. Here we have 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. Then we have here 16 plus 4, 20. How many we want? 23. So we will put a 3 here. So 23. Oxygen we got. Oxygen both balanced. 23 here, 23 there. Oxygen is balanced. Now let us talk about hydrogen. At the end, hydrogen. Hydrogen, here you have 4 2s are 8 on the reactant side and 4 2s are 8 on the product side. So now this is a balanced equation. So we learnt balancing also once, and then we learnt the oxidation reaction. What is actually happening when potassium dichromate reacts with sulfuric acid? You get lot of reactive oxygen form. This is reactive form of oxygen which brings about oxidation. So such chemical substances which brings about oxygen available for the oxidation reaction to take place are called as oxidizing agents. Now apart from this oxidizing agent, we have many other oxidizing agents like, now here we learned potassium dichromate in the presence of sulfuric acid. Same like that we have another oxidizing agent called as KMNO4. NO4 potassium permanganate plus H2SO4 gives K2SO4 plus manganese sulfate MnSO4 plus water molecules plus nascent oxygen. Okay, same way. In place, this is an oxidizing agent. Another example of oxidizing agent is potassium permanganate acidified, means in acid. We are using sulfuric acid. KMNO4 plus H2SO4 gives, start from here, K2SO4, MnSO4, H2O molecules and nascent oxygen. So both reaction have to write and learn n number of times. No other option. Let us try to balance it. First we will start with metals. Here you have only one K, whereas here you have 2 atoms of potassium. So we will put a 2 this side, we will put a 2 here. Now K is okay. Now manganese, another metal. Here you have 2 atoms of manganese, here only 1. So without thinking twice, we will put a 2 here. So now manganese and potassium are happy, they are balanced. Now let us go on to non-metal, that is sulfur. Sulfur, here you have 1, whereas here you have 1 and 2, that is 3. So we will put a 3 on the reactant. So we will put a 3 here. Now sulfur is 3 on the reactant side. Sulfur is 1 plus 2, 3 on the product side. Metal over, non-metal over. Now we will go on to oxygen. Go slow. 2 4s are 8. 8 oxygen atoms here. And 4 3s are 12. 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 on the reactant side. Okay. Let's see the product side. Here we have 4 plus 2 4s are 8 plus here you have 1 plus here you have 1. That is 4 plus 8, 12, 13, 14. 14 on the product side, whereas on the reactant side you have 20. So how to make this 14, 20? Let's start. We will not touch the complicated formulas. These two not so complicated, but we will work here. Okay. So let's put a 3 here and check out. Now just check. Now this 1 will become 3. Correct. 4 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 and how much we want to complete 20? Here if you have 5, we'll get 20. Correct, no? So here also we will put a 5. So 5. So oxygen is also balanced. So the reaction is 2KMNO4 plus 3H2SO4 gives K2SO4 MnSO4 plus H2O plus 5 molecules of reactive form of oxygen or nascent oxygen. So 2 examples of oxidizing agents we learned. The other oxidizing agents are 2 oxidizing agents we learned: acidified potassium dichromate, acidified potassium permanganate. The next oxidizing agents are ozone. Ozone also gives us nascent oxygen. O2 plus O, nascent oxygen. They are already balanced. So tension-free reaction. These all are examples of oxidants or oxidizing agents. Another oxidant is H2O2. Hydrogen peroxide gives us H2O plus nascent oxygen. Just check whether it is balanced. H2, H2, O2. Yeah, 1 and 1, 2. Okay. And 2 more we learnt already. So these all are oxidants. Write a short note on oxidants. You have to give example First, you have to define what are oxidants. The substances which brings about oxidation by making oxygen available is called as oxidants or oxidizing agents. Examples are ozone, hydrogen peroxide, acidified potassium permanganate, acidified potassium dichromate. Over, you get your marks. Now, my dear students, let us consider this chemical reaction. Remember, we will learn something about this chemical reaction. To understand this reaction, here you can see potassium permanganate reacting with iron sulfate and H2SO4, acidified solution, gives K2SO4, MnSO4, Fe2SO4 thrice plus H2O. Now, the question here is, out of these three reactants, which reactant is getting oxidized? Oxidation means gaining oxygen. Now, if you check according to the first form definition, you can see here 4 atoms of oxygen for this reactant. Here you have 4 atoms of oxygen for iron sulfate and again 4 oxygen atoms for sulfuric acid. When you look onto the product side, here oxygen remains same 4, 4. Whereas here you can see that on the reactant side it was FeSO4, whereas on the product side it became Fe2SO4 thrice. So the formula itself is speaking up that oxidation has taken place for FeSO4. Okay, how the number of oxygen atoms has increased? Just see, from 4 it became 4 3s are 12 oxygen here. So the reaction in which oxygen is gained, or so here oxidation has taken place with, oxidation reaction took place with iron sulfate. What is happening here? How FeSO4 is transformed to Fe2SO4 thrice? Let us see this conversion. What is actually happening is FeSO4 getting converted to Fe2SO4 thrice. The ionic reaction which takes place here is, in this form, the ionic charge for Fe is +2 and SO4 obviously will be -2, will give you FeSO4. Now for this you can explain it as iron ferrous. Ferrous is getting converted into ferric form. Ferric form is Fe +3 and SO4 -2. Now to balance it, now here you have 3 and here you have 2. LCM will be 6, right? So we'll have to make it 6 plus 6 here, plus 6 here and -6 onto the other side. So here we have +3, so you'll put a 2 here. 2 3s are +6. Now to make it -6, we'll have to put a 3 here. Correct? As you can see here, the ionic charge is balanced, Fe +2 and -2. Same way here you had ferrous converted into ferric. So how will you balance the charge? So here it is +3. So we multiplied by 2. So now 2 3s are +6. -2 to make it -6, we wrote 3 here. So here it is -6. Understood the ionic reaction? So the reaction in which, now what is happening? The main gist of the reaction is +2. The charge, the positive charge is increased by 1. +2 became +3. Positive charge is increasing means there is loss of negative charge. Understood? There is loss of negative charge. So when the positive charge is increased, which means indirectly means that there is loss of electron. One more electron from here is lost and you get +3. So oxidation can also be explained as the reaction in which there is loss of one or more electrons. So total now I gave you 3 definitions for oxidation, where oxygen is gained Oxygen is combined or gained. Hydrogen is lost. And now I told you the third way of explaining oxidation. Oxidation also means losing what? Losing or loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is also called as oxidation. Which reaction will explain that? This is that reaction. KMnO4 plus FeSO4 plus H2SO4 gives K2SO4, MnSO4, Fe2SO4 thrice plus H2. What is happening here? Who is getting oxidized? Oxidation is happening to iron sulfate. Iron sulfate is getting converted into Fe2SO4 thrice. Reactions we learned, oxidation reactions. Now this chemical reactions will have to balance. Take it as an assignment. Try to balance this equation. If you don't get, we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, try to balance this equation. In the coming class, we will learn more about oxidation and reduction. When both happen simultaneously, it's called by another name. All those reactions we will do in the next class. Till then, you have to be thorough with all the chemical equations which we did in today's class. Till we meet for the next time, take care, my dear students. Bye.